four, three, two. Welcome to another exciting episode of Astona with our wonderful heroes, Puddle, the water being,
See, when two people love each other very much.
Spencer, the super cat,
They play pirates in the bedroom.
Transient, the matter manipulator,
Oh, that's definitely one way to put it.
and Jace, the technomancer, who is currently getting his teeth done at the dentist. Last time on Masternaut, deep inside the apartment, our heroes have found a series of modifications that connect the apartments from the sixth floor down, connecting as far as the fourth floor, along with a rave party where the teleporter was hiding at. After capturing her, they got out of Dodge to make it back home to a planned dinner party between two whole families. Will it go smoothly, or will our heroes find their plates too full? Find out today. As you guys are currently at the base with the capture teleporter set down, I want to say Jace is currently getting things up. He has the vehicle ready to take you guys back home, or you can take the Spencer Express. What will you guys do? Or correct me where I'm wrong once more.
No,
No, no, you're
I,
right.
I was waiting for a motorcycle to pass.
Fair enough.
As in Q, or what are you talking about in
Outside.
RL?
RL, there was a motorcycle passing and it decided to rev its engines real nice.
Yeah, I can somewhat hear it now.
Yeah.
Teleporter is currently handcuffed. Spencer is somewhere in the
Here.
base.
I mean, not somewhere in the base. Wait, which base?
The the Charles Entertainment base.
We're under the Chuck E. Cheese.
We have
Thank you.
returned to base Chucky.
Transient is still holding on to Wilda.
Mm-hmm.
It's your birthday. Although Spencer does ask at this particular moment, wait, when's my birthday?
Does anyone remember Spencer's birthday?
No, because we got him from the fucking pound.
I love it. It's perfect.
They only got the general how old he was.
Which was
Probably.
Bebe.
Bibby.
Yeah.
Small void.
Yes.
So canonically, yes, he was.
Canonically, he was born.
Spencer. He was born. Don't know
He
what
was
day,
created.
but he was young enough to be adopted as a kid. What day was he adopted? Was he a birthday gift? Was he a?
We can we can hand wave that as, whatever. But Spencer is asking.
I don't know when your birthday is, Spencer.
Can I make an intelligence check to try and remember?
By all means.
Okay, this is going to be at a -2 as per usual. That is an 11.
You remember. You remember. You remember. Tacos are delicious. You wonder if dinner is going to be tacos today.
That's exactly what Spencer. He's like rubbing his forehead, like furrowing his brow. He's like, "Oh, man, I'll have to remember later. I'm feeling really hungry for for tacos. I really hope they're for dinner.
I mean, Dad's cooking, so.
That is a good thing, right?
Yes.
I knew that. That's why I asked, right?
I've never seen Mom cook, okay?
Well, I have seen her cook a few times, but she wasn't cooking in the kitchen.
Okay. Let's get home.
Do we want to take the car? Or do you want me to...
Neither Des or Dad have taught me how to drive yet.
I think Jace can remote control drive it.
You do hear Jace give verbal confirmation. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably even be late doing some research.
Okay.
At this particular moment, Spencer will go, okay, and then look to the car.
The vehicle, the Jeep, still stands properly. No scratches from the earlier driving, as it was being. Go ahead.
Spencer's a good boy. He's waiting to be given permission to get in the car.
You hear the doors automatically unlock as Jace gives a nod. Not gonna keep you waiting if you guys want to head out now.
Spencer immediately shouts shotgun and almost tackles the front right seat.
That's great. AI's driving. AI, I mean me.
Let's see.
But you're not AI, you're AJ's.
That's away I, as in away me. I will be right here while you guys are away.
Okay.
I'm still in Edward's arms, so.
The
sorry.
back doors are open.
Players
Sorry.
looking for the names of our other 2 allies.
Daniel.
Stringent.
And Stringent.
Yeah.
Or
One of
are
you
we
2
talking-
want to be our designated look-like driver for this?
There's a quiet conversation coming back from the back as they both appear. What's that? One more time, please. As they are.
Do either one of you want to make the appearance of looking like you're driving the... As he looks at the Humvee. That way Jace's power doesn't really get discovered.
You see them look towards each other. Stringent, mostly hiding his face under a black shroud for the most part. Looks over at Daniel. I'll take the next one if you got this one. I was about to suggest Rochambeau. Sounds good. I can man up for this. I'll drive.
And Transient will pop the back door open, get into the vehicle with Wilda still in his arms.
Once you guys are inside, Daniel does hop into the front seat and remarks, "Hey, wait, where's the front wheel? Where's the steering wheel?" As the vehicle begins taking off.
Spencer is sticking his head out the window almost immediately.
I need to make just a couple of rolls. Just two. Just two.
Just two. Just two.
Find out what it is.
How awkward is this party gonna be?
Very awkward. Don't worry, you have me on your side.
You guys are going to a party. How many people are going
We're
to be
going to a party, you say?
there? Yeah, you do see Daniel has their hands on the well, where the steering wheel would be right now is a flat and expressionless dashboard is the best way I can say it. There's not even like a divots for air holes to be blowing wind at, since it's mostly just made to be robotic until situated to be on and driven.
That depends. How much do you want to discuss powers?
Well, I mean, who all does what? Last I recalled, like neither your parents or her parents did anything.
Uh,
What's with the laughter?
right. No powers. No abilities whatsoever. Mom's totally not terrifying.
Your
Who's
mom is
mom?
terrifying.
He's terrifying.
Kisaragi? Yeah.
Well, she's the sweetest lady I know. She's always very protective of Edward, especially when you're around.
Don't remind me.
I'm only relatively sure she can't build. What was that? Oh yeah, an Atlas-sized mech out of almost nothing. Relatively sure.
Head
Oh.
tilts to the side.
Holy shit! Is that what some of our heavier techs been getting? What kind of mech? Like, are we talking like just I don't know, like that machine from RoboCop? Or are we talking that one thing from that Japanese show? What was it called?
Uh,
Robotech.
we're more talking the Atlas from the MechWarrior series.
There's like this distant look in his eyes as Daniel does not seem to recall what that is.
BattleTech.
Probably haven't come across that one yet. Wonder if it's
Let's
further down the
just
line with Robotech.
let's just put it like this. It has all the guns and stands roughly 150 feet tall.
Daniel literally looks back and forth between the roads and the city scape that you guys are driving in. That would be really hard to hide in a desert town.
Who said that she needed to hide it?
Now I'm scared. All right, okay, plain sight robot, cool, yeah. Yeah, I was worried about about people just being strapped. Now there's metas and slags, and here now he's telling me this new home defense, full on robots. Play it in, yeah.
Yeah, no one's seriously attacked the house yet.
Let's see. As you guys are driving, the roads actually seem to be pretty clear for the most part. Traffic doesn't seem to be too abrasive. Day seems to be pretty relaxed. Cops do seem to be abound, but some of them seem to be a bit more in brighter spirits with recent events. Although they do still appear to be on the lookout.
Do they see Spencer's head sticking out the window?
Yes, I
Yes.
am not hiding it.
However, Spencer, are you relaxed or in serious mode?
I am relaxed.
So what they believe, or what they look over when they see him is instead of a full-on cat being, but a kid in a very silly-looking cat costume. That's not our guy. Yeah, the cheeks are too puffy. That's got to be a costume. He's got, I think that's the mascot. Eh. You hear that before the vehicle continues driving after the red light turns green. Because, city lights are still to be obeyed.
Spencer is normally never let inside of the car, so is absolutely sticking his entire body out the window.
As you pass through the how did I phrase it again? It was like the corridor
Tunnel.
between the well, not tunnel because there's no real top. It's just between two cliffs.
Elevated roads,
Sort of like it.
Between two cliffs, you mean a valley?
Thank you. It's a short valley road. As you guys make it to the short valley road, you do enter into the school sector.
We're in Nevada, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll let the GM rephrase that.
This area is one of the few areas that does have mountainous parts, or like not mountains, but cliff portions that they work through, as it is
Rock.
a mining town. Thank you, rock. I'm terrible at this.
No, you're good.
Past that, you return back to regular flat desert. As you enter back into the school sector, seeing seeing the familiar streets once more. Nothing real bad is happening. Nothing too distracted. Although you do see Dahlia, like, walking around with the other 3 gang members in arms, just heading back. They separate somewhere around I want to say Denmark Street. Two roads just away from the cul-de-sac.
You act like teenagers pay attention if they're not driving vehicles.
I bought a GPS when I started driving specifically because I didn't know where the fuck I was going.
Yeah, I needed someone who knew the streets to guide me when I started driving.
Yeah. If we're looking out the window, we're not looking at street names. We're looking at the scenery.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying. That's why we got so lost trying to get to the freaking enemy's place.
You see, you can't get lost if you can see it from a mile away.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So you see them separate at the...
And yet we managed.
Nearby library, not associated with either of the school buildings. A few bits away. The Ambercade Library. I will tap it out here shortly. As she's walking away, you see her dip into the darkness, a nearby shadow, and presumably, hopefully, headed home. There is a short text going, "Hey guys, did not see where you guys went. Thanks for keeping me in the loop. I'm gonna head home and try to get some good rest. Beat those punks 4 out of 6 or 2 out of 3. I'll see you guys in the morning. Have fun with the dinner. That's how the text reads.
If only Spencer could read faster. Let's see here. Spencer will pull out his phone and start reading off words by spelling them out and sounding them out.
We're gonna see him in the morning, okay?
Okay. Thanks for keeping me. It just keeps going.
As you manage to finally read out the last of the text, Spencer, the vehicle pulls up to the front of the Thrustles household.
He, seeing that he is immediately home, will launch himself out of the window and start more or less like all fours galloping towards the door.
Oh, there goes Spence.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of us is ready for this.
No, but we should go. Make sure our parents haven't fucked things up.
Or killed each other? Well, my mom killed your mom. Or the other way around.
Yeah. As I said, I think my mom's actually dangerous when she's not drinking.
Fortunately, I know mine is. Pops the door open, climbs out with Wilda, closes the door. Well, see you at the base again.
Yeah, definitely. Tell your family to have a good time. And tell Dessa said, just stop by the base at some point. We really need to discuss about what's going on.
Okay.
Thank you. You'll definitely be there for the talks too. Don't worry. It's not just isolated to just us two.
Okay.
Why do I need to open the doors for you two? They're already open.
No, we're just taking our last breath.
As you hear the door open and the familiar voice of your father, Cyrus, going, "What up, honey? Told you you're still in the vehicle. Is that you? Dinner's almost ready. Can you use some help with setting up the table?"
Yeah, I can. I'll see you in like 10 minutes.
Alright. And he'll effectively princess carry her to the door and set her down there.
Cyrus, who was standing out of the door, looking around, sees you walk up towards the front doorstep with Wilda in arms. In his hand is like is a fork, one of those 2-pronged forks, a pitchfork. You see him accidentally jab himself as he tries to put it down carefully, or quickly. He tries to put it down quickly and accidentally jabs himself. Oh, hey, welcome. Was expecting you to be with your parents, not my daughter.
I'm going to get them now.
Okay, cool. I'll take my daughter. Thank you. There's a like awkward moment as he like tries to reach over and take Wilda out of your arms.
You good to stand?
Yeah.
And he'll gently set her down on our legs. On our own 2 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't cured you in 2 years, 8 months, 6 days. All right. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. We'll have the seats ready when you bring your parents in. Just do remind them to bring. Uh, uh, do remind them to bring something, please. As he closes the door, have to bring Wilda in.
Alright, now for time for the really awkward one. And he'll turn around and start walking to his house.
You walk over to your house. Still looks proper. Take it you put in your safety codes in order to avoid any unnecessary issues, being that you
Uh-huh.
live there. As you enter in, you're immediately assaulted with, "Where the heck? Where have you been? You're not even dressed properly. You look dirty as sin. Go take a quick shower. You need to get dressed and ready. We are not gonna look as bad as the Thrustles are tonight. We are going to show them where we stand." Your mother speaks to you. You see your father currently struggling with a tie. Couldn't this be a relaxed family dinner, hon? I mean, just got done with 8 hours at the research department. I think we almost have a breakthrough that I don't need to have them think we are standing on a similar base. All right? We are Follingers. We are we are literally parts of this town. We are one of the few things that this town stands on, and I will not have this
Ma,
store mall. Yes.
calm down, relax, and don't worry about it.
All right. Just go take a shower, please. Do you still have sand on you?
Just bring something along.
Something? What do they specify?
Bring a side dish, I don't know. You're supposed to be polite, Mum. You're not showing your manners again.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Composure, politeness. Thank you, my dear. Now please go wash up. Make sure to put on the clothing I set on the bed for you.
And Ma, we really don't need to get dressed up for this.
Do it for me, dear. Please.
If I put it on, and we go over there, and it's a casual dinner, I'm changing it.
It'd be fine if you go to the bathroom and change. Just don't do it in front of them.
They already know.
Did they know before I did?
What, the fact that I can use alchemy? You've known that for years.
Thank you. Now go. We have about 10 minutes.
Transient will simply go to his room. I don't have time for a shower. They're expecting us soon. He claps his hands and simply touches himself and transmutes everything that isn't his clothing or everything that is dirt, sweat, salt. He'll just transmute it into air.
Hashtag static shower. Hashtag we have power goal. Hashtag moral compass. So as you get yourself dressed, you see your mother has laid out a very decent.
She laid out a monkey
Maybe.
suit, didn't she?
Yes, including vest, white shirt, black pants, black vest, bow tie, even with a little corsage, just for the shirt pocket.
I take. So, what was Mr. Thrussell wearing?
Mr. Thrussell was wearing an apron and a small chef's hat, as he seems to be trying to, as you recall him looking like he was getting ready to put out the whole nines. A little impressive for someone who operates a strip club in the middle of the food sector.
Why would I expect anything less? He might as well be a mafia boss at this point. You're welcome, GM.
Oh, I'm going to pin that into something, but I'm not sure if it'll be directly him. Cyrus has his other issues, but we'll work on that.
He'll
As
get
you come,
changed.
as you do finish changing and come down, the supposed monkey suit actually looks more well filled out with your current form, almost like you're getting ready for prom. Almost.
You know, if the school wasn't blown up.
Homecoming probably would have been more appropriate, but
Not apologizing.
as you go down, your dad seems to be mixed between trying to make deviled eggs and pigs in a blanket. How do you respond?
If mom wants something fancy, go with the deviled eggs. If you want this to turn into far more casual, go with the pigs.
If I were to bring both, would you be upset, huh, son?
No, mom might be though.
There's a bit of looking before he puts the pigs in a blanket in a separate dish, then grabs the deviled eggs. Take this, put it in the back pocket somewhere. You know he's not being serious about putting it in the back pocket. He just does not want his wife to see, as Kisaragi seems to be coming out of the bathroom, freshening up.
Did mom touch any of the food?
One more time.
Did mom touch any of the food?
He eyeballs the deviled eggs without saying anything. Hi, honey, how you doing? Doing great. Almost done ready. You look amazing, dear. I love the shirt. I should take a picture, but not right now. We should be getting ready. What are you carrying?
The corsage was a bit much.
Eh, maybe. I mean, you can do with or without it. As she does seem to start fiddling around with it, being that uh, overly mother sense kicking in. How do you respond while carrying the pigs in a blanket container?
Be nice.
I am making sure it. All right, are we ready? Shall we get over there? Over at the Thrussell's household. Well, that you're grabbing the regular plate before your father goes. No, 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 no. Fine, China. We're using the special place today. Waiting on a response.
Wait, what's happening?
Spencer is helping get everything ready. My God, Jace is here too.
We have flickered over to the Thrustles, where you and Spencer are helping set the table and prepare for your guests. Although, as you went to go grab the regular plates, your dad is trying to ask you to grab the better set, the fine china, if you will. As
What?
you know, most. Go ahead.
Why are we? Why are we using the real china?
I don't want them thinking we're. Yeah, listen, I want to make everything nice. I want to impress them. Them to know that we are not just some low bearing family, and I'm going to do that with my proper cooking. I'm also going to show that we have decent cutlery, and I want them to think we have nice stuff. If they think we have nice stuff, they might think of us less. I mean, might think.
More of us?
Thank you, honey. Your dad does seem a little on edge, somewhat frazzled from having to do this.
Does Mom
Mother.
know?
Yes, I asked her to go take a shower, and she has not come downstairs. I haven't been able to go check up on her, and I have sent Des up there, which I'm still getting used to doing that. He's still taking his time walking. I'm not sure where they're at right now.
Okay.
Could one of you two please go check on them? That being said, can someone else help me pull out the sirloins?
I can pull out the sirloin.
Spencer?
I'm just gonna look at it from a distance while I pull it out of the oven.
All right. So, as Spencer goes and helps the father with pulling the prepared entree out of the oven, Wilda, you are heading up the stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you go up there, you do hear a bit of talking coming from the parents' bedroom. Definitely does sound like two voices, both familiar. As you get closer behind the door, you do hear your mother somewhere between super sauced and light sauced, if that makes sense. She's moderately sauced.
Yeah.
Moderately lost within the sauce.
I don't I don't want to talk to them, especially her. I don't want to talk to her. It always evolves down into her being better than me, onto her trying to pride her studies over mine. She, we went to the same college for about 2 years before she went up. Mom, I know this. You told me this story 15 times. You went to the same college. You both had an argument about what was better, biochemistry or mechanical engineering, and half the school was destroyed. Yes, I know. Not my fault. Not my fault. And I should tell you, it was more than just a regular school fire that day. Ma, we have a dinner coming up soon. Are you gonna come down? Not even worse is how she does not appreciate my efforts with my home. I try to be open with her, and she just another day, another day, another day. And now today's the day she finally comes out, and it's because you hear a plopping of papers on the bed. or what sounds like the bed. Something soft, definitely.
I turn into water and sneak into the room.
Hey, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Or were you not stealthing?
No, I'm stealthing. I just was looking at my bonus. Yes, I don't exist. I am not in the room.
Son of a
Uh,
bitch.
Natural 20 for a total of 31 people, which means they need a 36 to see her.
Yeah. Yeah. So you managed to slink in following the crevices of the room, like you, as over the years of living in this home, you've come to know. You follow along to the one corner they can't normally see, which is right behind their armoire that carries all their curios and family memorabilia of you and Des. And that one spot where there's that little hole that normally you feed your access cables to,
Mm-hmm.
that's where you're able to like poke out and actually see because they have the doors that would normally close over it has broken off like a few years ago due to
Pirating?
activities. Pirating, yes, exactly. And they've never been able to repair it. From there, you can see your mother honestly dressed real nice in a very fine, I want to say like mixture between black and green dress, somewhat sequined to shimmer, open back. Your mother is definitely putting it on. Why though? From what you can hear, is that this is definitely out of competition, not out of trying to impress anybody.
Yeah.
I was going to show her so much. Best buddies, metal and blood, the breaker of that stupid line from that wild barbarian movie. The one with the hot men. You, Mom, please. Can we get to the point? I know how to. What? Hun, are you coming down? I thought I said Wilda up here. No one came up to the door. We'll be right down. Yes. All right, go. Sure, Mom. You watch them both leave the room. You see your father in the chef outfit, mostly over a what seems to be a decently well made purple shirt, long sleeve button up dress shirt.
So French press.
That's the word. Yeah,
Guess I'll
and the room is
slink
now
out of
correct.
the room.
As you start slinking out of the room, you do get the chance to peer in the bed. Did you want to see what
Oh,
is on the
yes.
bed? Don't need to roll. As you gaze over, taking a moment to look at it, you do see that it's your paperwork. The paperwork that she's been compiling with the information that you've been bringing up to her about how your guys' current powers are acting up,
Mm-hmm.
how the trends seem to be pushing towards either unable to transform back or a possible death in some other cases. You see mad scribblings on some scratch paperwork underneath. But if you know that if you touch the paper, it will get wet.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have that weird power.
Yeah.
So as you're turning over the papers, you do see conversations of unique entity, a unique strands of DNA being introduced. You do see comments of metal pieces in weird double helix form, replacing certain strands of DNA. And as you go down, you happen to come across the paperwork for Edward, discussing about a possibility of separation leading to a possible cure on both ends. But outcome is questionable. Don't know how. There's a line that specifically says, and let me type it out for you. To you alone.
Yes, because she is alone.
The poor audience won't get to hear it.
Unfortunately.
To be fair, the poor audience doesn't hear half of what Spencer does because he does it behind direct messages.
Yes, this is true. You always find me mid-frame in the middle of something absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Probably.
Oh, that's what happens when we have a speedster on the team.
Yeah, true. I mean, though technically he's a paragon.
This is also true.
Like Superman.
Mm-hmm.
For those who actually listen.
Not quite as indestructible, but yeah.
I think he's getting
Not
there.
quite.
So that's what you last raid. Spencer, as you bust out the delicious sirloin, your nose can immediately pick up how it is. Some of it is slightly over caramelized, like it might be a little overcooked. But to you, that still just makes it all the more delicious. Heck, some might not even fully eat it, meaning more food for you. But you do see the careful and very nagging eyes of your dad, Cyrus, looking at you on the table.
You see him take it over to the table after eyeing it more than enough.
All right, thank you. Now help me. Pass me those. Now help me mash these potatoes, please.
Okay.
Gloves, gloves.
Oh. Okay,
As you,
gently. Okay, I see.
no, gloves. As you're now already like,
I'm imagining that there's a masher in front of me, unless you ask me to use my hands, and in which case I do put on gloves.
no, yes, there is a masher there, and yes, you have it in your hand, but you're as you go to start mashing, like it's a deep bowl, like one that even while mashing, you will start feeling it rise up to your bottom of your hands.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop once I realize that, put on some gloves, and then continue. Because my dad did tell me.
Also, cat fur in food's not yummy.
No, it's not. I mean, it's fine for me, but maybe not for you guys.
I don't know. Who knows? Somebody may absorb some of your powers.
That would be a problem.
Yes.
That would be a problem. Terrible, horrible, even. Don't let that
Yeah.
happen.
It totally won't be transfer of power like All Might.
I mean, if it were.
That'd be even worse. Terrible,
Yeah.
terrible day for everybody.
I'd already have Spencer's powers. Let's just be honest here.
You do?
Who knows? Maybe your dad already has Spencer's powers. He just hasn't unlocked them yet.
Yeah.
You're making him very, very anxious. You're making me in character for like, oh no, it's spread.
Well,
So as you
after
start,
reading that, Wilda will go to her room, have a cry. That's it.
oh, Spencer, as you're mashing the potatoes with gloves and masher in hand, you do hear your ears do pick up the subtle weeping of Wilda upstairs.
I see. I will look to Dad after the potatoes are thoroughly mashed, which I'm sure with my strength does not take very long. And I will hand him the masher after banging, after slightly, getting the mashed potato off with the gloves, and making sure it's all in the pot or the bowl. And then I take off my gloves and go. I'm gonna go make sure that Wilda's ready for the party.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you. Make sure she's lightly. Can you see if she's willing to get dressed nicely today?
he's gonna give a big thumbs up and go, "Can do," and then walks upstairs.
As you walk upstairs, you do bypass, pass by. You do pass. You do get passed by Des and Marla, who are intermittently like taking their time coming down the stairs. And then she keeps talking about how successful her husband is. Like, my husband owns a business too, all right? Just because it's not a fabulous business like research doesn't it, mom, it's okay. It's okay. Come on. Table's down here. Um, along with your other bottle. You said you wanted the Merlot, right, Mom? Yeah, Merlot makes me better. Good Lord. The hashtags are piling up over here as I'm trying to paint the picture. Spencer, you pass that. Don't know how you interact with them, by all means.
Let's see here. Passing by, as mom. So Discord had a seizure. Anyways, mom is passing by, and so is Des. I'm going to go. Oh, have you guys seen Wilda?
Oh, well, I, I thought she was downstairs. She'll be fine. Don't find her. I need her to get dressed. I need her to look a little better. I will not hear her say anything about any of you. If she does, Ma, please don't. I'm just saying, if she does. She does. We will not be having sirloin steaks tonight. If she does, we will be having ham sandwiches that she attempts to find a different word for punching someone that isn't a knuckle sandwich.
In her defense,
She's
ham
not.
sandwich is probably a good one.
Thank you. You feel a hand like plop on your shoulder, Spencer. Tell her everything will be okay. Make sure she gets dressed and find her. We're almost ready for dinner. Oh, can you shout? Expecting a reaction from Spencer at that.
I did not hear what you said because you whispered into the microphone.
Sorry. Can you shower? She asks.
Do I have to?
You see her like attempt to say something before going, yes.
Fine.
Most. 5 minutes most.
Okay. Just gotta take a shower, right? Oh, wait, Wilda first. I'll be down in soon.
Yes. Spencer, take your time. It's gonna be a bit.
I will be down soon, and he's gonna move. He's gonna make his way upstairs.
As you make your way upstairs, you hear the family. You hear the rest of the family start congruing over towards the table. You hear the sounds of veggies being sautéed quickly.
Vegetables.
You definitely smell them. Smells delicious, nice and oily.
However, I am
The
currently
weeping
worried
is
about
still.
Wilda.
Yes, the weeping is still coming from Willa's apartment.
I am going to come up to the door and give it a gentle knock and go, Wilda, you okay?
I'm fine.
You're not. You're people who are fine don't cry, Wilda.
I said I'm fine.
He's gonna try and open the door.
It's not locked. This is his room
He
too.
opens. Oh, fair enough. Spencer's gonna open the door and then close it behind himself. Where is Wilda in the room? Is she on the bed or
She's on the floor.
crying?
Yeah.
Spencer, as you
He's
enter the room, you see a puddle of water on the floor.
hmm. He's going to look at the puddle and kind of kneel down next to it. Probably next to the sheaf of papers too. And he's gonna just like, uh, well,
Sorry. Sorry, that hashtag.
Ow,
I am unsure about that. However,
my soul. Go ahead, continue.
he's just gonna kind of like kneel there and look down at well the puddle that is Wilda, and he's going to kind of go, do you want to talk about it?
It'll probably be brought up tonight.
Well, if it's going to be brought up tonight, then you better get ready to talk about it tonight, because they're not downstairs yet, but Mom said to come down soon, and the Des said not to worry about it, and then Mom said come down soon, and I said I'd be down soon. So I'm kind of between soon and take my time.
Well, everyone's dressing up nice. So, what are you gonna wear?
What do you mean what I'm gonna wear? I'm gonna wear clothes. Clothes are nice.
You know what? Yeah, that's fine.
Well, when well after I ran away, I don't remember why I ran away. But for a long time, I was out in the desert, and then I was in the city, and then I was a bunch of places. And I didn't wear clothes at all. And no one had a problem with that. But clothes feel, well, when they're out of the dryer, they feel great. And he just kind of melts at that, thinking about,
Warm
freshly
clothes.
pressed clothes. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
warm clothes are amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially for a cat. But,
You, uh,
good.
Well, that you do know that there's some extra clothes you have set aside for Spencer. While you haven't messed around with it a lot, they're still available. You can double check to see if there's a fancy outfit, hopefully hidden amongst there.
Well, mostly we've been stealing from Des.
That too. Go ahead and give me an investigation to see if you can find something either between yours or Des's stuff in order to give Spencer a bit more nice fashion for his presents. Jiminy Christmas. While you guys are doing that, catch up with the current abuse of hashtags. Hashtag mundane use of powers. Hashtag the rabies were contagious. Hashtag the power was transferred successfully. Hashtag honey I'm a werebear. God. Hashtag both cups were spike. Hashtag I developed an immunity to BPS. The
21.
Oh, lovely. Spencer, congratulations. They found one of his previously slimmer suits. You now have a temporary +5 to presents for this dinner.
I have a +5.
You are the spiffy boy.
That's only if you take a shower.
He does still need to go take a shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to take a shower, and I will.
I will need a will save from you.
The moment that the water turns on in the bathroom.
And no, you cannot use your newly gained Benny for it.
All right. So will save, you say?
Yep. Speaking of, hashtag the Locaine Gambit. Hashtag if a puddle cries, does it grow or shrink? Hashtag cat instinct may come out. Hashtag dress up for all. Hashtag Jays creates Twitter early. Hashtag Jays made Facebook before it's
Hashtag watered cat.
Watered cat. All right, caught up. Yay.
And GM, that's the Iocane Gambit. Thank you very much.
Forgive me for not being able to recognize a capital I from a lowercase L in this format. But thank you for the correction. Speaking of, as Spencer goes and attempts to take a shower, the water is warm. His fur feels soft and fuzzy. You step in, and at first it's all right. At first, it doesn't feel bad. It feels like you're being hugged by Wilda. And then it gets warm. You have hit it all the way on. It is on full hot. It is getting hot. Don't want to talk to you how to scrub yourself yet, has they?
No.
You remember that there was a lot of vigorous scrubbing, so you real quick start trying to brush off all the sand off you. You occasionally lick yourself because you also recall that being the better way to do it for yourself. As you feverishly try to get yourself clean under the hot water, and in 2 minutes you bounce out, sopping wet. Too hot for your own good. You need to cool down.
I guarantee you that's not the case with my toughness.
All right, fine. Ignore that. Meh. You emerge out, steaming, sopping wet, looking for a towel. Did you remember to grab a towel before going in?
No.
Toughness has no effect on this.
Fair enough.
I have a feeling that there's now a wet bathroom.
Yes, there is a very wet bathroom.
As Spencer shakes off.
Spencer, you'd be looking at fortitude, not toughness for this.
Yes, and I have a 9 in fortitude.
Yeah, that's what actually beats it. Or passively beats it. He's fine for now.
So how are the zoomies?
They are very zoomy.
Spencer speeds around the house 3
No,
times
he's
before
not
venturing
speeding
off.
around the house. I'm sorry, that's not what he does.
Okay, what does he
He's
do?
just like, yeah. First things first. He is soaking wet, so the first thing he is going to do is dry off. And what better way do cats dry off than immediately just do the first thing they know that will dry them off? So Spencer bolts out the front door and takes a lap around the city.
Yes. Or once as he runs up, I'm gonna need a, I'm gonna need an agility check from you.
My speed is great, but I am not sure about my agility.
Your speed is great. Your ability to maneuver around the random mud puddles and sand dust that pop up outside in order to avoid your recently cleaned fur is tragic.
8. It's 8.
You do have a bunny, so
I'm gonna use that, Benny. I am trying to keep clean. That is a 23.
As you're making your dash around the city, in one of your turns, you almost ran into get hit by a mud splash that's coming up from one of the minor areas of the school sector. One of the minor areas of the school sector that's still under current repairs. But with your nimbleness, you're able to like duck underneath the mud pile. You're in your speed and high speed perception of the world. You're able to see like the small flickers of dirt barely missing your follicles before you continue speeding around, trying to get the rest of the water off. In another turn, you're able to dodge this like dust devil that's going on randomly in the middle of middle of the top of the industrial sector. You circle around past the entertainment sector, and you leap over what seems to be this like really long sewage line work that's being done, and land like right outside of the new cement being poured in, but didn't land in. By the time you make it home, you are still pristine clean. The water has been blown off. You are fluffy.
I am very fluffy. And yeah, basically this happens in the course of maybe like 6 seconds.
what's your speed now?
Fast enough to do it. Let me towers. My zoomies is at 125,000 miles an hour or 250 miles around.
Yeah, I won't argue that.
I'm just like, yes, I am fast. I'm just trying to dry off because I was asked to dry off.
No, you're trying to dry off because you were asked to shower.
The traumas of cleansing the human way.
Yes, it is horrible. But Spencer cannot deny that this volume and this fluff are amazing.
Now he has to try and fit it in a suit.
Yes, he does. That will take. I have no idea what DM wants me to check for that.
It won't take anything. You get into the suit just fine as you're, snugly placed in. You feel Wilda button you up. It's when they start putting on the extra bits of clothing, the jackets, the extra bow tie, the uh, the the wristwatch that came with it.
Just should I roll to see if he puts it right set up? You know what? He knows
Yes.
numbers. You know what? It's fair enough to say that he knows numbers and how in at least some sense of time. It's right set up.
Those are my toes.
Yes, they are in fact your toes, and they are tasty.
No, he just pounced my entire foot while it was on my chair. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna flicker back over to Transient. Tran- Transit, your family is all but ready as they wait by the door, more so waiting for the systems to actually re-engage themselves before they step outside. Now, remember, be polite. Sorry, let me rephrase it. Now, remember, be polite. Of course, hon. Don't say anything bad. Of course, hon. Don't pick a fight. Of course, hon. Just we're doing this for son. It's his birthday. Of course.
Don't get in a pissing contest with your research materials.
There's a there isn't a response from that as you can feel just your mom's really trying to find words for going, yes, son.
I know you remember that half of alchemy is also biological in nature, right?
Biological nature, yes, but have a better application of the mechanical field and should be more applicable. It's not that's not the time.
Anthrax.
You see your mother just like go from the pleasant, calm self reserved to this very like strained, like three veins popping up on on each corner of her head before taking a deep breath. One of the reasons why I'm not happy about bio biology being abused with alchemy.
Says the woman who has a 150-foot robot able to be summoned at a moment's notice from the circle in her right pocket.
MS is for defense and defense purposes only, and he cannot be taken down by disease.
He also can't be taken
Or,
down by any known military at the moment.
and that's why they employ him every so often. Can't use him in Desert Storm. Fucking sand particles getting too deep inside an active warfare. Are you stuck being defensive? And they don't want defensive. They want offensive. Honey, come on, we're about to at the door. Son, why now? Why now? Why now?
Making a point.
I've offered them millions. Honey, please. We're about to open the door. Happy, calm family. Right? Right. Right.
I reserve the right to poke the bear. Either bear.
As the mother steps at the door, your dad turns to you. Why are you trying to start a fight, son?
Because it might get them both to talk. Now let me ask you this, Dad. What's more terrifying? A mechanical engineer with material science and knowledge of alchemy, or someone who knows bioengineering down to the exact shape of the human genome, or both of them working together?
Son, it is probably one of the reasons why I'm glad they're more enemies than friends.
Yeah, well, something tells me my biology's gonna need them both.
That's not to say that. I wasn't hoping for that either. I just we should be glad that their friendly rivalry has only gone to. Yeah, what was the last time they got into a fight? Didn't she say mention a school fire? Listen, you glad your mom hasn't done anything outside of research? Honey, yes, come right up. As your father steps outside. Blipping coming on. Oh, the cul-de-sac is going on. Ah, wonderful.
Go go
As the
Science Rangers.
I know I was stuck on that for a hard minute. As the family start, as the Follingers start making their way over to the Thrustles, Wilda, Spencer, you do get the chance to finish up getting Spencer nice and dressed with suit, watch, nice shoes, tie.
Yep, I found an outfit for myself.
Ooh, lovely.
I guess I'll put it in heroic examples. Maybe. Yeah, there we go.
That actually would be a lovely dress for Wilda.
Yeah.
Trial included.
Yeah.
Definitely complimenting. Spencer, what are you rolling?
I was rolling like just to check in the mirror, just like how good do I look? I can't tell. Wilda, how do I look?
It's like handsome.
Spencer,
He proceeds
give
to ask what handsome means.
Yeah, I answered.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
pretty or nice looking, but for guys.
He's just practicing in the mirror right now, just over and over.
Sorry.
somewhere
Sorry,
at
I
the
read Jace's general chat message.
Meanwhile, back at the Chuck E. Cheese base, Jace is currently operating over the teleporter. You promise this isn't gonna hurt, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Don't mean to make promises I can't keep. Now, as lightning flashes, hold still. We cut back over to you guys.
I mean, you can't feel anything if you're lobotomized.
Technically you can, but I'm not going to answer that as to why.
That's fair.
Thank you, Jace. Thank you. He backs me up. It's painless. It's a painless process, but he definitely has taken the time to scare her because so much time was wasted today. As you guys are finishing up getting dressed, there is a knock at the door. You hear your father go, "Oh, okay, everyone, please be ready. Wilda, Spencer, dinner time. Please come out."
I'll wait till I hear the door open. Because dramatic entrance.
Fair point. Edward, you see see your parents finish knocking on the door. They're still getting themselves somewhat uh, in position to say hello. You know, father on the right side, mother on the left side, both looking nice in wonderful dresses and suits. The door opens and you do see Cyrus, this time out of the cook's chef's outfit, but and in more of the French dress shirt, that slight debonair kind of air. Although Cyrus has a well-intended look on his face as he welcomes you all in, the outfit and stance that he gives is still that entertainer stance. He is letting a little bit of work come in as he give, gives his confident bow and allows you in. Much like how a manager at a resort would trying to greet guests. You guys are led over to the family table. The house actually is mostly cleaned and kept up, save for the discarded chef's outfit that's currently on the couch. Please take a seat. Make sure to have enough room for everyone. By all means. Nice, decent. Diana, where did you pick this up from? The uh, the Best Buys from down the street. Oh, no, I got that at a pawn shop. Believe it or not, they were having this unique sale, and I was actually going to ask how you guys' day is going. How's work been? Research sounds like it's going well over from the news. It's blasé, Cyrus. It's really only as steady as it goes. And Edward, as you are sitting down watching the father's attempt small talk, it is mostly to fill the currently growing tension in the air as Marla and Kisaragi are somehow not looking at each other and yet glowering towards each other, waiting for the first one to give the hello. And yet both are giving this air of pride. One's not backing down with the other one invite. So, any improvements with that drill? Oh, well, it is. You can't get much deeper than the magma right now. Clearly, I mean, we can get in some good, but it's still a process. Well, what's past the magma? Liquid metal, possibly a sphere of iron. More.
Would you like the pop in Professor Greg moment?
Please, real quick.
Many people have theorized as to what is at the center of the center of the Earth, as just like freeze frame giant projector screen goes out, just kind of tap at the screen. At the very center of the Earth, there's very theorized that there is a very heavy compound intermetallic cube sphere of unrecognizable pressure. At the very center, we have no idea what's there. It could be a new element, it could be something completely different, or a new state of matter. The pressure and the temperature are so immense that it could simply be a gigantic diamond. However, surrounding this is a nice outer shell of also very pressed together intermetallic compounds and rock, followed by magma, more magma, and of course the close, which is the mantle, and then you have the crust, and then where we live on top. Now, let's get back to business. As the projector screen goes up and it stops freeze framing.
And so, yeah, being that we can't go any further past that without, killing some of the people operating them, it would be a bit of an issue. So, but that's not to say that production is slowing down. We are still actually coming up in the green. We're still making decent amounts. Have you seen the latest Ruby collection that came out? Actually, I can't believe you brought that up. Dolly, one of the entertainers that works with me, actually showed off a couple of the gems that she got from the collection recently. Very fine, like very well cut, and of course it's well cut. It was made by proper mechanisms. You can't get that outside, much less in a stomach. Oh, and it starts from the stomach. You think people just eat rocks? You see Kisaragi pick up the table salt and shake it on her sirloin.
Alright, I'm gonna stop both of you right there. Mom's work increased the efficiency of the drill by roughly 6, maybe 7%, based on the new hardness of the material that is being used in the extruder. As for your work, madame, yes, a lot of people can eat stones. They have found stones within the stomach of people, including gems, because they were once considered to be cure-alls at one point. In addition to that, they have found that the materials do work against biological agents and had ways that actually helped people digest foods at one point.
Scientifically.
The
Ma'am,
father
what did I
stare at
say?
the father stare intently as they await Marla's response. Take a long sip out of her wine. Touche. Kisaragi gets a small, smug air about her.
But I'd also like to point out that there have been a number of biological subjects that have also managed to successfully infiltrate and live within the mantle.
Yes, they've all developed unique biochemistry that's able to resist high heats. Interesting. How biological beings are able to develop such chemicals and yet metal melts. But that's neither here nor there now, is it? Tell me, what do you think of my husband's cooking?
So,
Oh wait,
still
that's
been
right. We
waiting.
haven't served yet.
Still been waiting on Wilda's reveal.
Yeah, I was planning on coming down the stairs and then there was a tangent.
Yes, there was absolutely a tangent, and then just kind of like, oh
Yes.
man, it's almost like this would have been a perfect story moment for Will to come down the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of neither here nor there, where it happens to be your daughter. She's still upstairs. Don't worry. She should be coming down. Wilda.
Yeah, no, she comes downstairs wearing the dress that I put in heroic examples.
Somewhere in the background, Earth Angel is playing. Edward, your eyes do take a moment just to take in the wholeness that is the human stance of Wilda. Now, outside of the like super thick sweater that you come to know and care about, much less the thick cargo pants, Kage? Cargo pants?
No,
No,
no, she wears shorts.
the baggy shorts or like
Baggy shorts.
or the baggy shorts.
There's no booty shorts in 2002. Thank God.
I say that, but there's still volleyball.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
But yes, so you do see the current eye of your affection, walk out in a lovely dress. How do you react?
You can see the reaction currently.
Yep.
Oh, heroic examples. Lovely.
No, it's in cul-de-sac
Right.
lounge.
Thank you. Oh, well, that's
Heavy's landed on me.
good for you. Well, you're looking very lovely, dear. She looks
It
lovely.
landed directly on me.
You feel your mouth get slightly pushed up, or you start drooling, son. The food is about ready. bring it up. It actually looks amazing, Cyrus. What did you make? Oh, I went over the top today. I wanted to experiment by grilling and oven baking the sirloin to see if I can get it, properly cooked thoroughly while maintaining some of the juices. I sautéed some veggies. Wasn't sure if anyone was allergic to broccoli uh, or cauliflower, carrots. I tossed the whole medley. By all means, like, if no one eats it, someone will. As he carefully looks at Spencer.
I'm down there already.
Yeah, B.
I thought you walked in with Wilda.
B.
No, I am coming down after Wilda. I am continually practicing the fawns.
All right, 1 second. So someone will eat it. Speaking of someone, someone will help me also make the mashed potatoes. Spencer.
Yes. Sorry. Oh, sorry. So, from up the stairs, Spencer comes out. His hair is combed. He's actually taken a shower. He's wearing a suit and the watch, and he actually looks very nice. He is not used to wearing shoes though, so he is taking it slow, and by taking it slow, I mean he's walking down the stairs normally.
Walks down the stairs normally, looks over at everyone, and is it bad that I'm like mixed between you coming down with the like Calvin? Yeah, like how Jace posted in heroic examples, just with the green tux.
Abs- uh,
It's
with the
either
green
that
tux?
or because you posted the tux.
Oh.
No, that was transient.
You
My
might
apologies.
want
Yeah.
you might want to look.
Oh, it's okay.
But
You
yeah,
might wanna double-
it's either that or it's just like the arms widespread in that from the Mabel's opening sequence in
Think I'll do
Gravity
that.
Falls, where she's just like
True.
showing off that sweater.
So, like,
I'm just imagining you doing that with your new suit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're coming
just-
up the stairs too, though.
Yes.
Yeah, here comes Orange.
Hold on 1 second. Which episode was that?
It's the opening
Oh
part.
God.
It's
Oh,
when
that
she's
one.
It's when she's like wrapped up in Christmas lights while showing off her sweater. She's like showing herself to everybody.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. It just I wish I could find a good gif, but I can't. It's just he is absolutely putting his arms out and like, "Oh, does this look good? I did it."
Classy.
We're role playing in gifts right now.
They got me too.
To summarize role playing gifts as they sit next to each other, with Transient at first being
Transient stood up
That's alright.
as Wilda
Walks
came
over.
down. His jaw
I
drops
was doing it, I catch out
as
when
his
we
mother
did that.
then proceeds to close it. He walks over to her, changing his suit to match her dress, and then offers his arm.
Des, who finally comes back from outside with with bread rolls, looks over and
They're over to the left.
oh wow,
Go to the right, go lightly.
you guys didn't say you guys were already here. Dad, I thought I called you here.
Spencer's
Hi,
gonna
Luke.
take a seat at the table.
As everyone sits down, boots past
Purple is
everyone
just trying to steal the
giving up
vibe.
plates with sirloin, the veggies, the baked potatoes, the bread rolls. The deviled eggs are revealed by the father of Follinger, Heinrich. By Heinrich. Did you remember the pigs in a blanket?
Almost got it.
Nancy? Did you want to put those out there now, or were you still keeping those?
Oh, those got put with the food in the middle of the argument.
Oh.
So somewhere in the mix, is just the pigs in a blanket just sitting there on the table. Many hands have been grabbing it. No one's paying attention to figure out whose hands belong to, except for the furry hand.
Get out my game.
The furry hand is just seen over the table every time someone's talking. It's just, just every shot. There's at least one shot of a hand just grabbing a new food.
As the dinner progresses, everyone enjoying their meals. You do hear Kisaragi make a start speaking. Food's delicious, although mainly the sirloin's a little overcooked. It was. I figured maybe baking a bit went too long, maybe. Hmm. You
Might
almost
not
even
be
the mashed
fire,
potatoes
but-
somehow. Ah, well, maybe you should have gone lighter on that.
It tastes fine, Dad. Thank you.
Thank you, huh?
It's delicious,
He's
Mr.
alive.
Thrussel.
Barely, but he is alive.
As
Thank you,
he glances sideways at his mother.
He's given himself into a career.
You see the mother take your mother take a drink
Oh, yeah,
out
so
of
it's
the
like-
tub, trying to ignore your glance. Go ahead and give me a perception check, real quick.
I'm gassing it.
This probably won't end well, but only a 13.
Not enough. She seems to enjoy her water quite well.
Were you asking
I
insight
was
or
hitting him the whole
proper
time.
perception?
Proper perception. You know for a fact your mother would not normally drink.
Enjoying her water
I
or
got
wine?
that.
Because you said water.
I said water. It looks like water.
Oh, I gotta tell you, there's no discernible difference between vodka and water of a distance.
If you
No,
have a
but
proper if you have a proper vodka, there is literally no difference between it and water when you drink it either.
Yep. So it's water. I know because my grandmother used to drink that all the time. Like, can I have some water out of that glass? And she's like, oh no, you wouldn't like this water.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
She wasn't wrong.
Where's
Marlis begins speaking up. Double eggs are a little bland. Not enough seasoning my taste. Do you remember the paprika?
We just didn't want that fucking purple Wiggles fucking box, dude.
I remembered it well enough. I didn't need to douse it in continuous streams to where the yellow turns orange. But should be more than enough. More than enough. Dear. Oh, doesn't matter. Should I
Yeah.
get you some more water?
I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
lean
fine.
over and whisper into Transient's ear. Did you know that they once blew up their college over an argument?
No, but I kind of figured that was the case.
Yeah, apparently they were friends.
Oh.
Don't worry, I can take care of the. I can take care of the drink here, real quick. Let me take that. You see, Cyrus pick up the glass from both your Heinrich and Kisaragi, and walk over to the refrigerator to grab the. What was Brisk? Was Brita or was Pure still a thing in 2002?
Nope, Brita was not a thing in 2002.
No, it was bottled water back then.
Mm-hmm.
So you see them bust out the
Or you
unopened jug of purified water from the nearby grocery store.
or you had a
One of those like actual 5-gallon water tanks that you would have upside down.
no,
inside.
you had an actual filter system built into your sink.
Yeah.
I kept them busy for a while.
Thrusters would actually be able
But
to
they're
afford
there.
that with the current revenue that they pull in. Not the most impressive one though. They haven't changed in about. Let me roll real quick. Okay. 3 years. Not bad. Still good. Still active. Still works as they open up the water drinking line and they pour cup. As they do, you do hear
Like,
you
come
do
put
see
your life
Marla
behind you.
get up, walk over to her husband. Please, let me pass it out. You go grab the other bottle. I just finished mine. You already finished the new Merlot? We just. Oh. All right, honey. I got you. I got you. You see him go over to the basement to go grab the next bottle that she has on stock. She walks over and hands uh Heinrich and Kisaragi their cups. Please, enjoy. Thank you. After the initial sip, there is a butter from Kisaragi. I know your husband poured from the sink, and I know you drink like a fish, but do you have to lay in the water with? Did you replace your lines with vodka? Because this is too hard.
Right.
Marla starts laughing. Ah, gotcha. For all those
But-
years.
Mom, why would you do that?
Hey, he just ran in there like
You-
he was goddamn Rambo.
Because she's too tight. Look at us. We're too dressed in the nines. Can't get her to come over. We're not dressed, so I gotta calm her. Gotta get her to loosen up other ways. Heinrich continues drinking his regular water. Huh. Mine tastes fine. Are you okay? Just no, I'm not okay. As she continues drinking the vodka, then takes Heinrich's and drinks that. You're messing with me. What do you mean I'm messing with you? Your mother's grin gets wider. Would you like to give that perception roll another try, Transient? By all means, Puddles and Spencer, you guys are also more than welcome to try a
Okay.
perception check.
What does the empath see?
The empath is sensing trickery from the mother.
Which one?
Trickery from your mother. A sense of betrayal, but an overwhelming wave of easing up to a point of just
Oh, look, we match.
Yep.
jewelry getting ready to come out. Like, really?
Matching clothing, matching roles.
They can.
Let me roll that perception check, or do I need to roll?
Yes, go ahead and roll two, as you're looking around, gauging the emotions a bit better.
Give me.
You sense Marla being definitely devilishly tricky, definitely chaotic in a sense, but you don't know what she's doing.
Spencer has food in front of him. He's not paying attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because as you're looking around, your eyes slowly gaze back down at the unfinished pigs in a blanket, and no one else is grabbing. Pause. Move. Transient and Puddle, you both are noticing like this very thin vapor. It wasn't initially easy to see due to how hot the food was going out, coming out, and everyone enjoying their food. But now that everything's somewhat cooled down, you're able to see the slight vapor going over the water, somehow churning it, somehow replacing it with a different vapor coming from her glass.
Mom?
All those Merlots are actually vodka that I had relabeled. I love doing that sometimes. Hun, I just got got the other bottle, and what is going on here? As Cyrus now comes into Kisaragi, double fisting both glasses, and then reaching over trying to grab a different glass.
Mom,
Transient, you watch your mother grab your glass and try to drink from there. Yes, honey.
Mom is taking the vapor from
Yeah,
her
you see
alcohol
somebody uninstalled the game.
and putting it right in front of Mrs. Follinger's
Yeah,
nose to make her inhale the alcohol.
because apparently I did that bad.
What?
Eat a cock like your
You
mom's
see
coming.
Kisaragi start wiping her nose. You see her wipe it with like one color of her dress before she realizes what she's doing. This is why I did
He
not
literally got
pay,
2 more
I did not
kills than
invite you
me.
to party. You're such. You can't just behave. Can't just be. I can't behave. You can't relax. You're always going on about looking prim and proper.
He got
We
raid counts
rocked
from
the
this shit
streets together, and you're now this.
from
I'm
Tiger.
trying.
I would I would like
Yeah.
to slightly interrupt here for a second, as Spencer will stop eating for a moment and just stand up and go, and just to kind of stand up and then look at everyone. And first, he's going to point to his mom and go, "You need to, you need to be more fair to Miss Fullinger," and then point to Edward's mom and go, "You need to be a little more forgiving and know that my mom drinks a lot. She does all the time."
It's just
Anyways, sits back down and goes back to eating.
the two are caught off guard by the outspoken cat that resumes eating. There's a sigh that comes from them as the fathers who were unsure of how to engage their wives seem to also relax and give you an under the shoulder thumbs up while they're looking over at their wives. You know that under the shoulder thumbs up, where it seems like at front they're crossing their arms, like going yeah, but if you look at the side, the hands there,
Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
He's gonna take a moment after he's probably eats a pig in a blanket, and he goes, "Well, I don't know why you guys are upset at each other, and I don't know what you did in the past, but you were friends, right? But something happened? I don't know what it is, but friends are always friends. Maybe you have misunderstandings, but they're always there for you. You even live across the street from each other."
Yeah, I don't hate her. It's not that I don't want to be associated. I do. I just.
Yeah, no, he did
We
it
both
on
have
purpose
different
just so
views
that I
of
would
living.
get banned.
They both
He's-
say it at the
he's
same
gotten
time.
banned.
And I guess they both kind of look at each other.
It's JT Senpai.
They look at each other.
Yeah,
There's a
JT.
sigh. Well,
Well,
glad everything's more mellowing out. Yeah, speaking of, who's ready for dessert? I have this wonderful meringue pie that I was gonna cut up. Anyone want a slice?
SNPAI.
there is a hand from Spencer, and you will note that it doesn't have food on it because Spencer has been using his utensils. It's just he's been using them. Okay, he's been only using the fork, but it still counts.
Nope.
A fork is just a spoon if you use it fast enough.
It's just a spoon if you use it.
And lovely. The two children, while the parents are having their moments, sneak off and go for a walk, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And a heartbeat.
Yep.
Spencer is waiting on that meringue pie.
Spencer, as you are sitting there, the father offering the pie, he goes to cut. You hear Kisaragi sigh. I hate to ask. What do you know?
Yeah, uninstall the game. And then
He looks over at Marla.
Go suck your cock. Your mother taught you. And you said,
Marla takes a long drink from her glass bottle of Marlowe. might actually be vodka now that you think about it, since she did say she likes to replace the labels. Hybrid gets up. You know what? I think I'm gonna help him cut that pie. You, do you need help cutting that pie elsewhere, Cyrus? What? Elsewhere? Hey, wait. I mean, we get to cut it as they go into the living room.
Spencer's just there.
You
Just
are
kinda-
there.
Oh wait, am I alone with the pie?
You are alone with the moms. As Marla
I am
starts
alone
up.
with the moms.
As Marla
The
starts
pie
up.
got taken into the living room.
Just like, no. Kind of looks down for a moment, and then realizes there's still food on the table. Oh well, keeps eating.
I know enough to have been researching, trying to figure out a way to prevent it. They're gonna make it past that, right? We're gonna at least have grandkids, right? I don't know. Worse is, I think there is a way. Probably remove it to keep it from advancing by just removing the issue. But I'm not sure how the end result will be. You see, Spencer, you watch as Kisaragi holds up one of the empty glasses over to Marla. Marla just pours her a glass.
I can't believe that I managed to get them to stop for half a moment and talk. I am proud of myself in real life. But in character, Spencer's going to go, you mean the powers, right? Like superpowers?
It's more than just superpowers, kiddo. It's more than just that, Mr. Scritches. It's this.
He's gonna, as she tries to find a name, it's like Spencer.
Yeah, right, Spencer. Mr. Spencer. It's far more complicated. To best describe to you, there is something wrong with their building blocks. She takes a couple of pieces of sirloin. You see how the sirloins normally stack like this? Puts, as she normally, as she takes a fork and pierces all three, normally there'd be a few strands that connect all of that together.
Yeah, JTSENP.
But there's something weird. She grabs the mashed potatoes, just lightly
And I
covers
would
the
say-
fork that she originally pierced through.
And to just start
Something
stuff
about
with
the
some
slag
really-
seems to,
just to go and
as she
report
restabs the
them
sirloin,
is pathetic.
go through. Once through, she pulls the fork out. It gets in deep.
He
And
literally
where the
would start
sirloin
this
was
way to
normal,
search it.
it's now mashed potato later. And the mashed potato doesn't.
Go to
the mashed potato
report,
makes the
it probably
sirloin
has
no
to-
longer sirloin. It
go
instead
to
becomes, as
the
she switches
military
out with a
thing,
plate
and
of the
then go to
sauteed
report.
veggies. Something different.
He's actually thinking about this. What do I need to roll to try and understand this?
That would be an intelligence, and given how she's attempted to lower this explanation down, go ahead and give
It is
yourself a
using his
+5.
favorite medium.
Everyone's
So
favorite
+5?
medium. +5.
That's a +3 in total. Let's see what I get. That is a 12.
You get that whatever whatever is representing the
E
mashed potatoes is causing people to change to not causing the building stakes to not be stakes anymore.
Oh yeah, don't say shit.
And it seems to be leading to
say stuff.
vegetables. And to you, you're able to put that as wait. So if she's talking the mashed potatoes as the thing that might be giving us powers, then if we are the steaks, then the powers that we have, thanks to the mashed potatoes, is making us into vegetables. And then there's that more with that sense of like weird dread, like you don't want to be a broccoli.
I don't want to be. That's exactly what he says. Well, I don't want to be a broccoli.
Unsportsmanlike.
And that's what we're trying to stop. Now, not everyone's not. That's not to say that every steak becomes broccoli. Sometimes a steak will become. All right, we got the pie cut. As she waves over at the husband's coming back in with the pie. But
Thank you. Yeah, of course I do.
you notice the emotions coming from Sirius has gone from okay, this night is going more smooth, more relaxed to oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, a building panic. Your ears.
Do I read it off of the other father, or what's going on?
The other father has the sense of stern awareness, but resolved for good things. Heinrich has made some interesting stuff.
I don't know. It depends.
But you know, with the explanation you were given, you did hear in the background more advanced, more difficult to understand explanation of the same scenario being given to the father.
Would I have been able to pick up some of that and try and make another intelligence check, but definitely not with any bonuses?
No, there was too much gobbledygook to be heard, but the steak and potatoes was a way easier method to grab onto. So while you have the same understanding, it's from a different method.
Fair enough. And Spencer's going to look at the pie, and he's just going to stare at it for a little bit. And then he's going to look at the sirloin. And then he's going to look at the vegetables and the mashed potatoes. And he's going to think. And then he's going to look to Edward's mom and go, well, you can't have a dinner without vegetables, mashed potatoes, and sirloin. Sometimes they mix. Some people don't like them touching, though. Those are weird people.
There's this moment where Kisaragi's like looking at you with a curious look. You get the emotion of how do I explain? I am well past that particular conversation, but okay. A sense of dreariness.
Deja vu.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was a sprinkling of deja vu. Thank you. It was like a dead tired deja vu.
That's true.
She
But
she follows suit and downs the drink that was poured for her not too long ago, as quickly as she can. Her face somewhat reddening as she does.
are you okay, Miss Sorry, I'm trying to remember the last name.
Kisaragi is first name. Kisaragi. Last name's Follinger.
Miss Follinger, you okay? You look like Wilda does when she talks to Ed.
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, Marla, I wasn't expecting your daughter to steal my son. She didn't steal him.
Yet.
There's a couple of knocks on the table. You know what I mean? As Heinrich passes her a piece of pie. Those two actually seem to get along pretty well. Well enough to not be here at the moment. I don't know where they went. Obviously not upstairs. We saw them go up there if they did.
Is Spencer served a slice of the pie?
Yes, he is. He did get served a slice of pie.
Spencer is going to just like mentally, in Spencer's mind, it's just like, you know, we had a lot of things happen today. But in the end, I think everything turned out okay.
Please don't make it sound like one of those 70s shows. It's it, I don't need to leave it to Beaver today.
I know I'm joking.
That's Heinrich saying that, by the way. Cyrus defends you by saying, "What? There's nothing wrong with Leave It to Beaver. It was a good show. Great morals. And, everyone came out learning a lesson. Yeah, but it's too picturesque, too unrealistic. It's not like we have any
What?
nuts to be here or any Dick Von Dykes to pretend to be the good guys to show us what to do. Let's be real. There's no real.
I would just like to say, out of character, you have absolutely inspired Spencer to be like, yeah, it would be awesome if there were good guys in this world.
Goodness. As you're sitting there enjoying your pie, as the other two are still enjoying their talk, the parents seem to slow down, enjoy their pie, despite drinking and Kisaragi being a little bit more relaxed in her actions.
Yeah.
They both
They gonna
both
kick
Marla
some
and
party chat, too.
Kisaragi are strangely able to speak clearly
Yep.
enough. I hate how I feel like I'm pushing them away. I'm trying to do everything right. Putting him in good
Yep.
classes,
They kicked me.
making sure that he
We
takes
started the
extra
game.
lessons. He's
This is
excelling
my
in
sister
alchemy
that
of all
is
things so
really being the way to
brilliantly
talk.
that I feel like I'm learning more from him. He surprised me by remembering how the worst birthday went, and I still feel responsible. I still feel like I can never come back from that as a mother. Marla opens up, and I lost my daughter for a straight week, straight 2 weeks after her birthday,
No, it was 3.
straight 3 weeks after her birthday this year. I've actually felt confident now. I honestly,
Oh wait, no, meteor shower. Everything's on fire.
I pray she never knows I cry. Don't tell her that.
We're gonna hit a jump out of
She points a finger at you, Spencer, while you're in the middle of eating pie.
Don't tell her what.
Exactly.
Don't worry. Spencer absolutely will not tell her. Because he did not remember.
They just need to know that we're trying to do good for them. That we're looking out for them. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be making them perfect. Just help them along to where they want. You don't need to force them. You don't need to make them take so many classes. You don't need this. Why this? Same reason why you were trying to impress the teacher back at Lauderdale. Yeah. They wanted to show them that one. Yeah, listen a minute. I made a bomb. I made a bomb without knowing, and you made a pressurized oxygenating bomb.
Would you like the correct term for that?
Please. The bomb itself definitely relied on oxygen to explode rather than helium or
So-
hydrogen.
The term for that would be oxidizer. And what an oxidizer does, just so you understand, DM above board, is that it pulls hydrogen out and creates it so that basically when you oxidize something, you're releasing hydrogen, which in effect makes an explosion much more powerful.
I thought it was going to be a more useful underwater welding tool.
Yeah.
And where did she start it at? Okay, to be
Yeah,
fair, they could have
that's
had deeper pools.
We just won. Oh,
That's where the fighting started.
Edward
away
and
from me.
Wilda walk back into the
celebration of
house.
song.
Fair enough.
I told you to wait for me, and you did. You wait. Right here.
Like I thought
Yeah,
the
yeah,
rolling
I
up
blew
my
up. So why did you take the fall?
I had a Microsoft phone and they cut off my communication there too.
When they asked whose bomb it was, when they asked whose experiment it was, why'd you take it? Why'd you say it was yours?
I'd be like, well, I'm not paying my phone bill.
Oh, you just did you lie? Cyrus has quieted down. You guys have entered into what seems to be a unique moment, a small revelation amongst the two families. So I was jealous. You see Kisaragi hold out the cup again. Marla once more pours another glass again. Spencer. For Wilda, this is the first time you ever seen your mother sharing alcohol like this. Since when was the last time you remember seeing your mother share alcohol?
Yeah.
Nah. You've never seen your mother share alcohol. This is
Yeah.
new.
Well, my head's been pulled back into Edward's chest. So,
So you see this out of the corner of your eye then.
yeah.
Edward, you were seeing your mother drink. For the first when was the last time you no, she drinks not regularly, but you've seen her drink wine sophisticatedly. She is downing vodka like it's water and is getting red in the face.
Something tells me I'm not going to be getting my answers tonight.
I mean, well, my mom's still conscious.
Yeah, but I think we're going to need their brains together to fix whatever's gone wrong. Here's to hoping that my mom at least remembers tonight.
Agreed.
So I I looked at it and how the design was for a prototype. It would have made hundreds, if not thousands. Let's admit it. But you had some flaws with the mechanisms. I asked you to wait for me. You didn't. I got jealous. So when they asked who it was, or you could completely say it, I took credit. That caught me kicked out there, but well, as you can see, I didn't lose steam in my beliefs in the mechanized world. No, you didn't. No, you did not. How you feeling? Like I'm overdressed. There's a small look from your mom as she looks over at you. Edward, I hate to ask. We could just head back over.
All right, you ready?
I want to trust my son.
Need me to make a few changes?
Please. And
Anything in particular? Or your usual fare?
just something without shoulders.
Okay.
Dad, you want the same treatment?
I can just take off the coat, son. It's okay.
What do you think, Wilda?
I don't know. This is weird.
What are we doing, huh?
Spencer in food coma.
Yeah, just like he's passed out on the ground. The entire plot has passed. He is around several empty plates. Huh?
Like half mouth, half filled with pie, going,
Just that small gif of the kitten with his face just covered in pie.
Yeah. You watch as Transient will lightly clap in front of Wilda and touch his mother's dress, and transmute it into effectively her standard science lab coat and dress.
that'll be nice. Definitely more easier to move. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Almost perfect. Just perfect. Just perfect. Right. Well, the emotions are out of the way, right? How about so? So you want the heart attacks, right? Heart attacks? It's okay, hon. Science talk. Okay.
Uh, yeah, we do have questions.
Everyone has questions, hon. The matter is, what are they the right ones? What exactly are you hoping to hear?
Trihelix.
We won that last one.
Where'd
with
you
no
get that term?
communication.
I'm not entirely sure.
I may have found your papers.
Damn it.
Man, you just sneak. It's fine. So, as far as I've been able to look in as deep as I could, whatever the slag is, it's not just metal.
Like last night, got him.
It shifts, it moves. May not be as fast as what we see, but it definitely forms. It's even weirder that it breaks down in smaller parts, but doesn't seem to dissolve. It reforms after a bit, reshapes. So, what has to be one of the reasons why he's able to get past some of the osmosis that we have so far. What's interesting is how some of the slag seems to
Not the defense.
intermingle with the actual DNA. It gets down to that microscopic points.
Around there at.
So we're talking DNA level. And what's even more interesting is when it fully breaks down to that DNA, we're seeing strands of chemicals we don't normally see. And rather than just the double helix we're used to, we're seeing a third
Well,
branching helix. Mostly on the DNA strands that get covered by the
I
slag
am too, though.
or outright replaced. Some of the slag pieces are becoming so sharp that it's cutting through the DNA strands and just outright replacing them. Probably how some of the powers are having their drastic change. Maybe even there, as she reaches over and lightly, she gets up and she walks over to Spencer and lightly grabs his cheek. Even the cartoonish way they go, as she stretches to as wide as she can
It definitely stretches out a lot further than you might think.
before just rubber banding back together.
Like, pretty much.
What normally would be a simple like light a spark to start a campfire for the most strenuous of superpowers that we've seen from metas, it changes into, well,
He did fit me at the
become a
right
walking being
time.
of fire, for example, or even I don't know, summon firebirds. Dude, a fire is just one example. They could be made of lightning. You can control gases. Who knows how the full extent or the full variety of this change that the slag is causing. And that's only what we know. Who knows what some actual scientists who've been studying this since the 70s have. Right. I've only got maybe 5 years head start, and that's with my original knowledge of metahumans.
So you're effectively saying the slag is alive.
Yeah.
And that it's changing us at a
They got me from there.
decent pace.
Definitely faster than most, but not as fast as say like how a flesh disease like leprosy would like try to decay you. Definitely slower than that. No, what's worrisome is that it can be removed. Much like just pulling metal, like cleaning
Felt
a
like
gutter.
pink and purple were
But
working
the strange
together.
thing is what all that has been lost afterwards. The amount of damage just removing the triple helixes that replaced the double helixes structures. Much less some of the missing strands that aren't being replicated anymore because they've been outright cut before they could be copied mitosis. Much less how much it's been replicated already. He pulls out a page from the paper, puts it over closer to where you guys can see it, right next to the steak sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
On this side is one scene of the regular mitosis. Note that the DNA strands are just breaking apart at the halves, going around normally.
Mm-hmm.
But over here, she says wordlessly, and then Kisaragi speaks up. That looks fractal. That looks like they're splitting up in more than just two. Like they're splitting 6 ways. Mitosing at an abnormal rate, but note the cells in the next panel. She points to the third panel where you have 6 cells. 2 look like the original. 2 look like they're half made, like they're changing. The last 2 cells don't have normal cell structures. While the mitochondria is there to, once more power up the cell, it is doubled in size. The nuclei that should be there in each cell is not present with this.
Yeah.
Rather, it seems to be like a few cords
He died right now.
of organic material that seem to string connecting to the secondary set of cells, the one that looks like it's half and half.
It will only satisfy me by my hand.
Boy, that explains some things.
It definitely explains how a lot of people, or how some individuals, when this does kick off, change drastically. We can attempt to revert back, but that would remove most of these new cells, which would be, we might as well be
I
scouting
just fell on the floor.
until we can fully figure out how to extract without the destruction, much of replace the lost DNA.
I mean, can't you take DNA from like our childhood?
If preserved. While I can say that we do still have some stem cells preserved from your age, I can't say the very same for your next door neighbor, for Spencer here, for I see points a hand towards Edward. Kisaragi,
Yep, I
Heinrich
got it
actually
right here.
speaks up. That seems to be more of a parental basis.
Jump pad.
If anything, maybe the parents themselves might be able to provide the DNA structure. It's a possibility, but once more, that still doesn't guarantee the end results. He pulls out two papers. One paper you recognize from Edward's file, then one
Okay.
looking from yours. In theoretical simulations, the idea of using you guys was used, and while the outcome is probably the best we've had, it's still only 1% likelihood that nothing changes, much less we improve the situation. Kisaragi looks like she's about to shake a little bit.
So what's the difference from the normal flagged and
I like how we decide which ones happen.
myself?
It makes me feel better about it.
Well, normal slag.
Right?
She pulls up. Wilda's don't have
The only thing I can't do though with
a
is I
unique
didn't get
power
that.
source. As you can see, Wilda's here's original. If you look over here at Wilda's original data line before the slag was introduced. This was back when she was still 6 years old. These particular lines over here I've been mapping out as possible meta-human indicators. This one lines up with mine for my heritage, which would have been indicated of a sort of water manipulator. How that would have come out, I'm not quite sure. I'll say I keep thinking it might have like gone ice. From what I've seen, how Des was just controlling regular water, and I take vapors. But that would be just a guess. Over here, you can see the current structure as of today, or not today, but as of last month. You can see it's showing, well, different variety. I don't recognize any of these additional ones down here. She points where the DNA mapping normally goes. She shows you the 23. For metahumans, there's an additional like one or
Board
two
is just standing there though.
to help indicate possible powers, possible relations to different ones. Almost borderline possible mutation that could cause serious harm, but not somehow balances out thanks to that second gene. But with the slag, there's 8. There's 8 different additional slants to the 23.
I think I should mention I can't use my ice powers anymore.
Anymore.
They're not manifesting.
That's disconcerting. You see her take a piece of one of the paper that one of the reports that she has and makes that notes with that day's date.
Ever since the
Yep.
ever since the school shut down.
Right. That
At
whole
least he's
situation
already
with the
dead. So if he
crazy
dies, just
weather
great
person,
teamwork.
right?
You don't have to sit there and wait.
Yeah, I had
Edward.
Spencer fly me up and I released so much cold it hurt.
There's a moment where there's a moment where Marla puts down her glass and gets up, walks over to you while you're being hugged by Edward, and hugs you. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I really am sorry, hon.
I was getting used to it too.
Maybe you just overstrained yourself. Maybe you overpulled it. We'd say
We
it's
got that
completely
little
gone.
corner
Might come back.
ADS and turn it
Maybe.
off.
But honestly, it sounds like something like that probably required more than just a week's worth of rest. Much less two.
Maybe.
But hey, wait, you went to the sky to do what exactly?
Huh?
What happened to the
Somebody hit
sky?
my mind, and then it fell.
There's a guy from our school who has kind of the opposite powers of me. Instead of turning into water, he turns into fire. And he was going to be
Fell up
used to
there.
help melt the ice caps. So I had Spencer fly me up really, really high. And I released a lot of ice.
There's a moment where Kisaragi raises a finger. I'm not following. Like when the ice had dropped down, like unless you were following a superheated event, like say a star erupted and then disappeared.
It felt like that.
Whatever the villain of the day was trying, it was definitely that. At least from what few clear memories I still have of it.
You definitely do recall feeling the heat of a literal sun being closer to home than it should be. So yeah,
It felt good on your skin, on your cat skin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
the heat of the sun. The heat of a closer sun. Two of them in one day. This is beautiful. Great
This
weather
is
we're
a
having.
wonderful. Where'd the second sun go?
Looking at the recent hero roll and seeing Jace devilishly prepare his unique attempts and already getting stellar scores is terrifying me as I have to come up with an explanation for the next chapter. Designing and building might as well be almost the same. You just haven't done it in three. You just haven't done it in the practical. But that's neither here or there. So you're saying that you could originally control ice powers, but you lost the video of string. Has that affected your current powers? Kisaragi asks.
What was that?
I don't know. It still hurts.
Listen, she did something that really helped everyone, and it sounds like it solved a lot of issues. Like, imagine how bad it would have been if the sun's still sunned. Cyrus says, trying to help sound smart. Yes, well, too rapid expansion of heat sources just coming and going would cause a lot of micro climatical issues. But yeah, for that to have been so bad that it would need somebody else's fluid, much less ice. I don't imagine how hot it was. It's hard.
Even without a fucking
Yes.
and I got somebody on my turn.
What would you say if you could see our powers if they weren't affected by the sun?
A look from Heinrich over to Marla, and then over to Kisaragi, and then somewhat to Cyrus. Be interesting to hear.
And if you could get samples of genetics that were unflagged at the same time.
May sound like it would be a dream, if possible.
There, out there.
What are you suggesting? Is there something that you haven't told us yet?
I got us a jump pad right here. It'll get us an elegant
Well,
photo.
I'm gonna go grab the
Oh
belt.
God.
Okay.
Belt. As everyone says in unison.
Jace made a belt that takes your blood and then changes you.
Oh, right behind me. He's outside the door. He's sneaking out.
Sounds interesting. The kid's been working on that? How long has he been working on that?
A very long time.
He's only been at our place for less than a month. Must have been when he was still kidnapped? You said it was kidnapped?
Sold to the military.
Yeah, we kind of kidnapped him from the military.
He's
Right,
free to go whenever he likes.
I've heard. I've heard. Two months. 2 months, he says. Definitely would have been more interesting to have Jace here.
Yeah.
Someone who has had direct contact with Himmel, Himmel, who has more knowledge of what's going on with the slag.
Yeah, well, Jace had teeth removed IRL.
No, I know. I'm not saying like how dare he take care of his health. How dare he go, get teeth removed and not suffer the cankerous issues that is gingivitis and other detrimental oral diseases. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, damn it, you had it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after a
It's,
bit, there's a knock
Now
on the
we got
door.
Miss Lady Tank.
Oh,
Yeah, Transient's there and takes the belt from Jace. Yeah, we'll see if your research is doing something else, whatever is inhibiting.
Well, thank you, young man. You sure you don't want to come in and have some dinner? He looks over at Jace, who seems to not be vocal at the moment. Not because you yourself have gone through dental issues. No, Jace is
explaining it all.
Yeah, he's going
Okay.
and he pulled out the blueprints and he's explaining it to them.
Yeah.
I can't do his explanations justice, but I'm gonna try. So he comes in. Two people at once. Ah. Who's he speaking to? That's not the residents here.
Ah.
So everything's all like written in paper. He comes over to Mr. Cyrus. Oh, hey, thank you. As he hands the belt, hands first paper, which is the schematics. Oh, okay. Has the next paper, which is the detailed explanation. Oh, thank you. You want to come in for some? As Jace turned around, sees to go back to what he was doing. 58 pages of science.
That looks like a foreign language.
As he attempts to flip through the booklet, only for his eyes to like go sideways.
the?
Okay, yeah, bring this over. Bring this over.
Here, let me show you. Brandon will roll up one of his sleeves after putting on the belt. He takes the syringe. Mom, don't do anything foolish, please.
Don't do anything. What are you doing with that large needle?
And he jabs it into his.
Jiminy! Oh. Out of all the times you've ever seen your ma act, the sight of you hurting yourself is just too much, as she almost faints. Almost. She's caught by her father, by Heinrich, your father, and is like giving a fan to somewhat wake up. Come on, stay together. Come on. You've seen him be in worse scenarios. Okay, interesting. Says Marla as she continues to watch with intrigue.
He'll remove the syringe after it's been filled with blood. Oh, feels nothing. Jams it into the device and activates it.
These little pink.
The device kicks off. The musical jingles kick off, a la Himmel and his unique flares. As a pre-recorded voice comes out from the thing. The slag that was coursing through your body seems to be pulled carefully out of you and forming into the armor set that
Yeah.
is your new form. From scientific theory to formulaic plans, the weight of one soul can be weighed in grams. Code name: periodic philosophy. The lights dim down as you stand in your armored form. The red gleam of your philosopher's stone now turned helmet, shining for all to see.
Get the fucking. Yeah.
Because I have this stuff on standby.
Teammates, so that's cool. Yeah.
You were there, fully armored in your suit, new suit, belts situated on your stomach or waist. You feel the power once more coursing through you.
Yeah.
You recognize this energy. You are almost completely harmonized with the stone right now.
Oh boy. Almost completely harmonized with the stone.
Almost.
Let's not get the shitty teammate.
And actually, there's a moments where reality disconnects from itself. There are moments where, rather than being in front of the family, being in front of Wilda, being in front of anybody, you find yourself mostly in an empty void. Dark white. Nothing all around. Save for what appears to be a wooden door.
I don't remember this.
You hear in the back of your mind, don't remember what.
The door.
And what about the door? You hear yourself. You hear the voice ask.
What is it supposed to be?
You feel a grin somehow in the back of your head before it moves from the back of your head to the side. A door is but a door. a portal, maybe. A way to entry. Maybe even a block. A
You
blockade.
know,
All depends on its
everybody
purpose. A door doesn't always have to be made of wood. It doesn't always have to be made of stone.
Oh no.
It just has to be made of something sturdy enough to keep something out. That being said, you see a white, almost same stark white as the void arm lay on the wooden door before you. What brings you here? To my doorstep. Again, traveler.
We seek
You
the
seek-
truth.
Ah, the truth. As everyone does. It's another question I keep is the same question I keep getting every time they come here. What is it with humans always seeking truth? Can't they just enjoy the lies given to them? But I'm sure there's more of a specific truth in what you're looking for. So why don't we get down to find a truth, lest I hit you with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Andy literally.
So help us God.
That's great. There's some real team players on those teams.
What is the truth of the slag?
What is the truth of blood? What is it that bleeds out and yet still provides life? That on its own shouldn't really do much, but maybe be useful in one aspect, and yet it can give life to another. You
Those
see,
fragments of a philosopher's stone, or the
I got
world's
shot from the
soul.
door behind me. Oh, fire!
if you I see someone has not been updated. The truth is ever
Yeah,
changing.
keep fighting.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
The Philosopher's Stone inside you is still the most powerful source. Definitely. It's not the only source,
they got it.
especially not what's been happening recently. The slag is tied to a cosmic source,
Yeah, and this
same
one
as the
was
Philosopher's
hard,
Stone
dude.
was once originally, before being made eternal, made physical, made real. Now tell me, where did this light come from? You remember that, right? Waiting
I
on. Oh, sorry, what?
don't.
Get in, go. Get in, go. Get
But
in, go.
the stone
Yep,
probably
I'm right
does.
behind you.
Do you try to let the stone speak?
Yes.
From your lips,
Oh God!
in the same manner, from behind you was again, but this time more in you, rather than the back of your head. This is more your like a conscious aside your conscious. It speaks of about how the town has been mining past the mantle, managed to break into the
Yeah.
into the
I'll be happy to watch
magma.
you die.
and when they soon after
Wait,
that
how did he
breakthrough,
just
after
pop up right there?
doing that, somewhere that's when the slag started coming in. Supposedly,
I don't even know
from
what
the
just
different
happened.
researches that you found through your current personal travels, you recall aspects of the discussion that the slag is a runoff from the mines supplies, mines cleaning supplies, from the refining of the mining. From there, the slag seems to seep out, escape osmosis, and get into the drinking supplies. All right, fair.
Here they go again.
Now let me answer this. It's just it's curious how it's only been Paragol so far, right? With only a few cases out there. You realize Paragol has a bottling facility too. So if it's Paragol's water being tainted, but the source is coming from under the earth, from the magma under the mantle, instead of other places that have had like volcanic eruptions, like Hawaii even, or Pompeii, have experienced the slag. Has to be more to it now, isn't there?
Oh my goodness.
Pray tell, was there any other stories you might have heard? Anything that sticks out like a sore thumb about this particular town that could give it that special je ne sais quoi?
Somebody's running with me. Fuck.
The research being done by Himmel?
No. In the back of your mind, sticking out like a sore thumb, when you were visiting the mine, it was during a particular day, the town's founding day. That small tale of how someone who just got out of the Navy, military, was traveling around and decided to follow the strangest sight, a bird made of fire,
Man.
all the way to where it landed. Just happened to be in this desert town area. That sticks out to you out of everything regarding
the button.
this town and the slag
Get
and the
up on the
mining.
roof of the. Yeah.
That all of that particular story does
serious?
get spoken by your philosopher's stone. Do you wish to compound or expel on that? Do you wish to add to that?
It just changed my gun too, though.
So we had a phoenix land in this area.
Phoenixes are but its children, remnants of what it originally truly was. This thing, this being. This,
Get up here. Get up
this
here.
is the answer to
Hit the
what
button.
has been causing this town to act even more stranger than the rest of the world. Your town is built over the landing point of what some would call a celestial, as that echoes out and you're back in front of everybody.
Hey, are you okay? You spaced out there for a moment.
Oh, that explains quite a bit.
You are shaken by that revelation. You're also shaken by the fact that this is the first time in a long while since you've been to that side. The fact that the truth,
Yep.
at least the original truth you recalled, has changed is something that fundamentally scares you. Roleplay that how you will.
And we have bigger issues. I don't think we're mining the planet.
Yeah, that was some
Mhm.
ugly joke.
What do you mean? What, that suit give you special sight too?
No, but speaking to truth does.
That.
There's a look from your parents. A look from Wilda's parents. Cyrus opens up the truth. Like, the truth that sets you free. That has a a physical voice?
Let's
I
just say it's the anthropomorphization, the physical representation of truth in all its forms.
you only ever talked about it when you were from that birthday, the week after. You haven't said anything about that experience since.
Let's just say that I've seen the door once more and had some truth granted. Though what its cost will be, I don't know. But it's changed.
It's what changed?
Truth changed.
And it will be at that point we will wrap this session up.
No.
The families will finish up the dinner. And everyone will head back home. The nightly news does not play this time. You guys technically ate over it. There is a moment where you, Wilda, you get a chance to sit with your mother after the more pleasant parting than expected.
Mm-hmm.
I know you have more questions before you could ask. I'm sorry, but seeing that suit was interesting. And seeing what it can do. I mean, looks over at the back. If you had the chance to show off your powers, which I'm sorry for cutting you off, but if you had the chance to show off your powers, what would you have made in their backyard?
With the belt or without the belt?
With the belt, Transient.
I have never put on the belt. I don't know what it would do.
Oh, sorry. I was asking that out above table to
Oh, okay.
Transient.
Let me see here. Yeah, the transformation is now 3,200 pounds of anything to anything.
No jump at it.
Let's just say that their pool is a little emptier than it was, as there is now a 4-foot diamond in a perfect 4-foot diamond princess cut now sitting on their table.
Your princess cut. Are we talking like Ariel princess? Talking Cinderella?
No, Princess Cut is actually a cut of diamond.
I told you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Anything other than
All right, please educate my ignoramus brain.
It's not for that sword. It's
Hold on.
got pokies and it'll cut.
Hurry, quickly. Well, still a little time left before I fully call this.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting images.
But yeah, it's now just standing. It's not just sitting at the bottom of your pool. Cyrus has actually been standing out there just staring at it, trying to quantify, one, how much money it is. Two, how he's going to get it out of his pool. Three.
No, you said it's on the table.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's a 4-foot princess cut diamond.
Thank you.
And next to it is a 2-foot clarity cut emerald.
All right.
Actually, let me
He's
let me
staring
There's
at-
Princess Cut.
That's beautiful. Square like, but definitely not square. So much with fractals. So that is sitting on the table, and you see Cyrus like staring at it, and staring at it, and staring at it. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna refill the pool. Your mother says. Go on.
Because of the money wise, or because there's now a diamond on our table?
More so because I had an inkling of what he can do, and I just never seen it in full. Like the dress thing was different. That I could have assumed, but water to diamond, much less. There should not have been that much mass for both of these.
The water in the pool had only dropped by about a foot after having made these two.
The suit lets him do a lot of things. Last time he was able to help me still be a human.
So he was able to take reshift some of the slag advancements.
Mhm.
Wonder what that did to him.
I don't know.
It's not like he can do it to himself now, can he?
I know that he was very tired after the last time.
I'm so
You see your mother take a long sip. Well, that belt definitely may prove it instrumental to figuring this whole thing out. I'm a bit worried about how it's working. Might need more work. Might want to tell that to your friend. I know that look.
I mean, Jace knows a lot about the slag and the powers and stuff. Maybe talk to him next time.
Definitely invite him.
I keep getting hit like
Your
that.
friends are already.
It's
I'm always
either
wanting to stop by. You know that.
Or
I know.
that's busted. They keep doing the same thing.
But that's not what I was referring to. You have that look like you have another question you have to ask. When you didn't want to ask in front of everybody. I wasn't.
We need to.
No, I'm fine.
Listen, I know I can be a kind of a shitty mom sometimes. Not as helpful on this stuff. But I do it. Keep myself more calm. I used to be the opposite of you. I see how you're more quiet, reserved. You like your book.
Yeah, he's only died twice. And that's,
I love you,
that
honey,
was one
but
of
that
them.
was me. Motorcycles and Shanghaiing pets. We once stopped over at this one ranch, right?
Hmm.
Kicked over a cow. No reason. Cow kept mooing. Laughs. When the group was already ahead on their bikes, like I helped the cow out before you asked. I'll still give me some powers in.
No.
And I also was expecting that of you. I was expecting you to just get used to your powers. Expecting the cops to come home and have an impossible story to tell me about what little shenanigans you and your friends did. I was ready for that. I wasn't ready for your birthday. Wasn't ready for you. She dances
That
before
made
she
me
says
want
missing, not
another
missing.
character would be annoying too.
You know where I was, right?
Not. I thought I did, but every time I kept looking, I wouldn't find you. And honestly, the panic set in. I I would sober up. I would run out, and those 3 weeks I was out running looking for you. Thought you ran away. It wasn't until you came home crying away from your bed that maybe something, maybe you were close to home. I didn't put two and two together until about a month ago when you came out telling us about your powers. Yeah, I like, still proud about that. You know we do anything for you, right, hon?
I know. And I heard everything. I just couldn't respond or move.
When your steps to the brim was caught in the eye, be hard pressed to move as well. Forgive me for being a shitty mom.
Nothing too good. I remember Broke Boy.
You're not shitty, you're just trying to protect
Yeah,
me.
no, you were the one that had a problem with them specifically.
He pulls you in for a hug. And we'll find a way. We will find a way to make you better. Somehow keep you human. Definitely.
I don't
I
even
kind of fucked up on that. My bad.
care about getting better. I just want to stay me. I don't want to be trapped. I don't ever want to be trapped again.
He holds you tightly at first, but since you mentioned trapped twice, she does kind of let you feel more loose. Not so stuck in a hug. What's up?
I got a knock on my door.
Danger will,
We're fine.
Okay.
They're upstairs on B. All three of them.
As we once more prepare to wrap this up, your mother gives you a hug, gives you a kiss on the forehead. It's time to go to bed. Take the sleepy boy up there. Come on. Help me up. I'll grab his legs.
Okay.
Spencer, you're carried by your legs and arms.
We're all the way
I
on the
could
roof.
probably lift him myself, Mom.
I'm still awake. I've just been sitting here.
Because when you've been in a food cover this whole time, since everyone else is relaxing, eating, you were cleaning up house.
I mean, I didn't really get a chance to talk, or no one really invited me, so I just kind of sat there and ate.
You're right. That was really me. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just kind of had to sit there and listen for like 2 hours, but can't really follow any of that conversation, so
Yeah.
I had fun.
Next session, you'll definitely get to punch more things.
No, it's just Spencer's not that intelligent. He just zones out when you talk about that, so he probably left the room.
That's fine.
Probably chased a rabbit in the backyard.
And they're
For-
carrying Cyrus.
More than a few hours.
Probably ate a few rabbits.
He Kirby'd.
Yeah.
Oh god. Those poor sandheads. They weren't ready for the dust devil that came sideways.
Okay, DM, since this is chapter N, how many PowerPoints did we get? Thank you.
7 PowerPoints.
Whew.
Alright.
7 PowerPoints.
And what was the chapter called?
No.
I wrote down his own.
If that dude wasn't shooting me, I would have gotten it.
Gang-related charges.
Okay.
Yep, we literally wrote it down as gang-related charges.
This is taking place on Ed's birthday, which is September 4th.
Okay.
What?
Wow, someone hit us with the hashtag nerds. Thanks, Spence.
Okay.
Hashtag
Yeah.
multi-billion dollar diamond. Hashtag multi-$100 million diamond. Emerald, $1 million emerald. Hashtag Jace finishes the human genome project a year early.
I may have already finished leveling up.
It was like shooting at you, and you're like, not today. No thank you.
I just barely handed out the points.
I know. I needed more in aqua healing.
I genuinely wanted to contribute by being emotionally supportive, but I'm like, Spencer is no longer in that room.
But you were definitely helpful and supportive in the fact that you were able to keep
Oh shit, we're still recording.
That route.
a full. We thank you guys for joining us here at the session. We hope you all had a wonderful time, and catch us in 2 weeks when we start up the next chapter. Hopefully, this time we'll get to explore outside the city, if not more at the edge of the city, and see what all comes to the city from the outside. See y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
I
Bye.